Diversity, equity, and inclusion has become a very hot topic in today's world of change. I grew up in South Africa, where my entire childhood was impacted by DEI. I walk onto stage as the keynote speaker, and I carry onto the stage a treasure chest. And in this treasure chest are symbols that represent who am I and how did I get from the background of South Africa to where I stand today in the Caribbean. I speak about my three advantages. Advantage number one, I was born in apartheid South Africa during the discriminatory laws of the country. Advantage number two, I was born in a working class family. My parents could not afford the world of yachts. And advantage number three, I was born with a physical disability and I could not walk freely as a kid. And so DEI had a major way of impacting who I was to become an adult. When we are talking about including people, it is not about just the color of one's skin, where you're from, what your job is, how old you are. It is about including all people. Because of the experience of apartheid, where it was institutionalized racism, I was told what hospital I could be born in. I was told what school I could attend, what neighborhood I could live in. The inequality was severe. And that inequality had such an impact on the people of South Africa. Our biggest export ended up becoming our talent. Those folks who were brilliant, who had great imagination, who had great vision, disagreed with apartheid. And because the laws of the country were against all South Africans, even though white South Africans had privilege, they too were impacted by this lack of inclusivity. And so people left the country. We lost our talent base. We lost incredible education. We lost opportunities. And hence, we were impacted by economics. And part of the government ban on people and the right to free speech, the right to come together for equality, and also ban books. And by trying to ban books, by trying to put people in a particular frame of mind to say we control you, they also limited the ability of our country to prosper and to thrive. And as I grew up with this physical disability, only one hip socket, I had a choice. I could see it as a major barrier to hold me back. Or, as my mother explained to me when I was young, that no matter what the cards that you are dealt, if you can learn to overcome these obstacles, if you can learn to overcome these barriers, you shall find strength. And this is how I have turned my three disadvantages into three advantages. Was because of an attitude. And so what I choose to put in my treasure chest has enabled me to travel and to see the world, to see how other people live, what it looks like when you are inclusive, what it looks like when you are diverse, what it looks like when you lift everybody up. I am here in the Caribbean, in this bay called Luperon, this amazing harbor, and we are in a Spanish-speaking island, and I'm surrounded by incredible beauty, but also I'm surrounded by a very diverse group of my fellow sailors. All these yachts have come from somewhere. They have crossed an ocean. They are French, they are American, they are Canadian. We even had a Russian in the harbor. We represent so many nationalities in this one particular bay. We represent all different types of people. There are men and women. There are people sailing multi-hulls like Darling and I are sailing on our catamaran, and monohulls. There are old boats and there are brand new boats. There are people who are very wealthy and can afford all the luxuries. But there also are sailors on small boats with very limited resources pursuing a dream. Everybody in this harbor comes from some sector of our society. Some are even gay, but it does not matter. We are unified by multiple loves. We are unified by the love of adventure. We all are adventurers. We are unified by the love of the sea. We have used the water to bring us from the far corners of the world into this harbor. And we are unified by, we are escaping hurricane season to be in a safe environment, a safe harbor on this amazing island of Dominican Republic. And so if we focus on all the things that makes us different, these are the things that makes us rich. We all have different types of skills and experiences. Some were business leaders, some were business owners, some are retirees. But again, this what we have in common has enabled us to find the ability to become a community, to bring about the best in each other and ourselves. Recently, I had a problem with my engine. And I ended up meeting somebody on the dock because I engage with people, I talk to people, I include people. And it turned out that this person was a mechanic and he came out to my boat and helped me solve my engine problem. By coming together, we can solve all these challenges. When we start to not look at what divides us, but to look at all the differences of what unites us, we truly become stronger. We truly create an amazing marketplace. But also, the sea doesn't care about the color of your skin. The sea doesn't care if you're rich or poor. The sea doesn't care about what kind of boat you have. The sea will make us all equally wet. And if we make a mistake, it'll take our lives just like that. And so as we look at today's planet, of how things are going forward, we are going to see challenges. We are going to see the impact of climate. And this is going to result in people migrating to different parts of where they feel safe, where they can be productive, where they can make a contribution, where they can raise their family in harmony. And so as we have a changing world, we have to change our attitude. We have to start to create organizations that are inclusive, that lift people up, not divide people. We have to find ways of getting our communities to come together to solve real problems, the environmental problems, the economic problems, the different opportunities that this provides us to become a stronger human race. We have the strength and that ability to do better, and we must do better. We must not look at our differences, but celebrate those differences to be able to thrive in the unique culture that we are building and the amazing organizations that we can be a part of, so that the next generation has a more fair, equitable, inclusive world, not to deal with the baggage that I dealt with in South Africa, but to look forward to what is possible.